Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Vlog. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I have got these adorable cutting dies. They're brand new from hot off the press. Birds, branches, and birdhouse cutting dies, and wreath for all seasons cutting die. And I'm going to show you some cards that Debbie and I put together for these. Let's start with the birdhouse one, and then we'll get with the wreath. So the first one is this a darling little birdhouse and the bird branch, and you've got the cute little flowers. And the paper pack she used for this was Lace and Roses paper pack, which is also new from hot off the press, and it's got a wonderful color palette. She also added some pink jewel border dazzles and some just little pink the circle jewel dazzles as well. And I love how she used all these little elements to paper piece these little houses. So let me show you on another card kind of how that works. So on this card right here, I've already started it. I used the circle cutting dies from hot off the press as well. And here I used a blending brush. And then this is the Blues ink pad, Cat IQ ink pad. And what I did was I just put a little bit of the blue, and I like to blot it first so that we don't get those sort of circly looks. When you set down your brush, sometimes you get kind of a blotted circle. So I like to blot first so the blotting doesn't happen on the actual paper. There we go. As you can see, I'm going outside of the die cut circle as well. All right, so the inside you have this nice clean circle. On the outside you have sort of this halo. Very simple technique. And next I started off with the largest branch here. Whoops, actually it's here. Okay. And actually I grabbed the wrong branch. What I did is I started off with the one with a single flower in it. Here it is, right there. And this is just craft cardstock, and what I did with that is I went ahead and cut some leaves out of the green paper. So I cut it twice, once out of craft cardstock and once out of green cardstock, and then I just used the darkest color here for the forest green. And here's a new little tool for us. It's not new. These daubers have been around for a while, but we encourage Paulette to pick these up because we miss them so much. These fun little daubers, I love that they come in this case, and that way you can just grab them. They can already be pre-inked. You can freshen them up with a little bit of ink. They'll dry after a while, of course, but when you ink them again, they just sort of reactivate that ink. So we love that, and we use this all the time, and I thought I should show you guys. All right, so just putting a little bit of the forest green on one side of the petal. Not trying to cover the whole thing. Okay, and then I just take some little scissors and I'm just cutting these petals. I'm just going to cut one of these off right there, kind of at an angle. As you can see, it's just really easy, and you just glue them right over that. All right, so now we're going to open our card like this, because I'm going to glue this branch across my circle, but I don't want to get any glue on the inside. And I should also mention I've made a bird here to go over this one. This one is cut from gray cardstock, and there's some white cardstock behind it, and then a little bit of black for the little eye. So this is going to go on my bird first before we glue this together. I just like to make sure that those pieces are aligned. All right, so I only want the top part and the bottom part of my branch to connect on this circle. But I want to make sure that the bird I don't want to do it this way because then the bird kind of has a weird angle, so I'm going to put it so the bird is sitting up straight. Okay. Just a little tiny bit of glue is all you need. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to add some adorable little birdhouses. So here's a little piece of black cardstock. I just want to cut a little strip of scrap paper that I had. It's probably, I don't know, about 1/8 of an inch wide. And I'm going to put that just along the right side there. And then I've cut out, here's the base of my birdhouse. What's great about these birdhouses is that they're cut into several pieces, and that's so you can do some fun layering with them. So here's the first piece, and then here's the piece that goes on top of that. And then I also wanted to show you, I did some inking on the edges of this birdhouse right here. I just used one of my daubers and I just did a little bit of black ink along the edge. Let me get my daubers out again. And here's what I started off with, just a little gray cardstock birdhouse. And then it makes such a difference in the depth and the look of the birdhouse when you do a little bit of inking. And I find that's true of when I do some paper piecing with just about anything. If I just add a little bit of ink, like with the leaves on the branch, just a tiny little bit of ink, and it just gives it a whole different appearance and much more depth to that. More realism, I guess, if you want to say. All right, so then I'm going to take this top part, and I've got a little piece of foam tape on that. And I'm just going to align the edges and put that right there. And then just a little bit of glue. Now the glue, we don't want to get all over on this side because we don't want it to go into the circle. I just put it on the base of the birdhouse. It doesn't really take much to hold it in place. So that's what it's going to look like from the inside. Now you can even just like keep that open so that you don't have anything getting attached. All right, so we have another little birdhouse. This one's going to be red. And I have another little strip of paper. And this one, not sure how long I want to make this one. I know I need to move it over a little bit. Yeah, that's good, because I want my birdhouses to overlap a little bit. All right, so this one is just got a red back, and then I inked those edges with a little bit of brown. And then I've got some brown polka dot paper, and this is from Dotted Duos number 3. That was fun for fall, or spring, summer. Right, and this one, we're just going to overlap a little bit with the first one. My glue went a little bit too high there, but there you go, you can see that. There, I'm happy with that. Just a very simple little card. It's got my greeting here. And then I love the inside sentiment. And that greeting comes from Penny Black, and this is the Huggable set, which is just a really fun, cute set to use. All right, so let's take a look at the wreath. So here's the wreath set, which is also fun. And this is a card that Debbie made. This one is gorgeous. It's a beautiful winter card, and she used Country Chic paper pack for this. And you can see all these little petals. I think the card got squished a little bit because you can pull these petals forward. Here we go. So that it has some dimension. So, so cute. And it's got lots of shine. She used a silver sparkle holographic paper for all of that silver sparkle. So cute. Okay, so here's another one. This is a fall one that I did. And I cut my card into a 5-inch square. And the paper pack that I used was Lacy Coral for that barn wood. And then just did the wreath itself out of a dark brown cardstock. And then cut leaves out of several different colors. And I went ahead and inked each one. So like this tan one, I'm going to go ahead and ink that one with a little bit of brown. And just taking the time, that little extra time to do each one of those just makes a difference, I think. All right, so then also for this one, it just needs a little something extra, even though I have a cute little gingham bow on there. This is from a pack of gingham ribbon set. And then I also added some little gold dazzles, some gold round jewel dazzles. Wow, I just drew a blank. And then you can add a little birdhouse in there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the little birdhouse from the first set. Just slide them in there behind the leaves. There we go. And then the sentiment, I did Be Unique, which is also from Creative Expressions. It's just a cute little one. And this one I did, I matted it with green. So it's dark brown with a little bit of green on it as well. And when I'm involved in these little tiny, very thin greetings, what I like to do is just use the sticky specks. And if you haven't checked that out, I would encourage you. This pack has 4 sheets in it, and it lasts for a very long time. And they're just sheets that have all these little adhesive specks on here. And I like to go ahead and lift that up, put my little delicate die cut greeting on there, and then turn it over, find another little area, do the same thing. And then it's magically got adhesive stuck on the back, so much that it stuck to my finger. All right, and then we're just going to add that right to the top. Oops, I'm very crooked. There. So there you go. Adding a little birdhouse and a greeting can just take that a little step farther. All right, so now let's look at, because this is a wreath for all seasons, we also have one for summer. And this is a beautiful one that Debbie did. I'm going to get my craft sheet out because we're going to make a mess. All right, so for this, Debbie created a background using the Cosmic Shimmer Shakers. And let me see what colors she used here. This is Raspberry Rose and Tangy Tangerine, and this one is Bright Sunshine. And she started off with this blank white card. And I should also mention that the flowers were die cut from Dotted Duos #1 paper pack, and I will show you how she did a little bit of shaping on each one of those in a moment. Let's do the background first. So she started off sprinkling her colors. I'm going to start off with the sunshine first. Okay, and then some orange. So we definitely got a rainbow effect here going. Tapping it always gives it just a nice little effect. And then to the Raspberry Rose. And I have a feeling I'm going to need some more tangerine here. All right. I'm going to definitely need my mister. Here it is. And we're just going to take a mister filled with some water and just do a light misting here. Actually, it's pretty heavy misting. And then I like to use just a moist baby wipe and just do a little bit of blotting on top of that. And I like to start with the lightest color first. Then you can go down into the tangerine, and then maybe turn it so you're not getting too much tangerine into the red. Okay? And you can always add more color. Okay? But you can't take it away. So I'm going to go a little bit bolder. And you just sort of keep doing this until you've like hit the color combination or the intensity that you like. There you go. And here's the orange. All right. And just kind of keep blending that together so you get that rainbow effect. Now you can see that Debbie's a little more, hers is a little more intense than mine, but everybody's is going to look a little bit differently. So you might want to just take another pass at that as well. Got to get my cleanups on here, my baby wipes. All right. So I would just take the time and let that dry for about 10 minutes before doing anything else with that. So we can go on and look at the flowers. So here is just a ball flower molding tool, and it comes with this great little cushion. And what we're going to do is just take that and do a little stirring method here to give a little bit of a curve to each one of those petals. And then you just do the same to leaves. The flowers, she nested the large, medium, and the small. And then the flower, and then the leaves as well. She did put a little bit, used her brown dauber and did a little bit of a brown on the edge of some of these flowers, just to give them a little bit of depth. Okay, so as you can see, all of these cutting dies just are really fun to use together and to make all kinds of fun projects. So I would encourage you to check out the Money Saver. They're just below the video if you're watching us on the vlog page, and click on that and it'll take you to the Money Saver page. And if you're watching us on YouTube, check out the description below the video and you'll find a link to the Money Saver as well as to paperwishes.com, where you can buy all this great stuff and you can find lots more videos and tutorials. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.